Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of Attacking the Darkness, the RPG show where I try to keep my players from getting arrested by the City Watch.
That was some foreshadowing.
What did I tell you guys?
Oh,
It'll be fine. You've listened to episode 50 of the podcast. You know what I'm complaining about right now.
Exactly. Alright. So, last time on Attacking the Darkness, our intrepid group of adventurers finally adventured their way into the Kendall Lane warehouse, and where they found 4 Kenku lying in wait for them. Well, not so much. With a very nice perception roll, they were discovered. After some very well placed javelins to the chest and a few other swift attacks and one fallen comrade and one cleric that doesn't know how to use his spells.
He's a war cleric. He's not supposed to heal. He's fighting. Fend for yourselves.
3 of the 4 Kenku were taken down while one escaped, and our group began to search the warehouse. And upon discovering a secret hoard, alarm bells began to go off in the entire building, but nobody seemed to care at the time. And after a while of more searching, they found Lord Neverember, who was tied up under stairs.
You mean his son? Isn't
son.
that his son?
It is his son. Lord Neverember's son. He is still technically Lord Neverember as well. We'll just say Lord Neverember the Young. Pardon me.
Junior.
As they begin to discuss and find out what exactly had been going on, the City Watch breaks into the warehouse, and that is where we last left off for our group. Now, gentlemen, let's begin the game. You'll all see from the entrance of the warehouse and from upstairs, about a dozen City Watch begin to pour in through the doors, cutting off all what's the word I'm looking for?
Avenues of escape.
Avenues of egress. Thank you. Up walks to the group a little bit better dressed City Watch. You could tell he's probably from the looks of him, he's probably a higher rank in the group. He comes walking up to you group that's standing there with Lord Neverember the Younger, and he says, "Hell, what's
Thank
going
goodness
on?
you're here.
What's going on here?
We were sent. Well, hold on. I'll explain everything. We were sent by Volo to come and find Lord Neverember's son. And through some investigation, we came here and found these bird creatures holding him hostage. And we were able to release him.
Technically, this is a deception. Even though you're trying to tell the truth, you flubbed. So make a deception check.
No problem.
As he rolls a 1. What did you roll?
25.
25. Okay.
God.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, you had me
Nice
scared.
The man before you turns and looks at you and he goes, "Volo, huh? Okay.
Yes.
I know of him. He's a writer. Likes to write a lot of books. I've read his stuff. They sent you here to find Lord Neverember, though? The Younger?"
Well, he had mentioned that he had gone missing and asked us to look into his disappearance.
At this time, Lord Neverember turns and looks at the City watching you. He goes, I have no idea who this Volo is that you're talking about. He says, but he turns to see Watch and he goes, but these group of adventurers did indeed happen to save me from being tied up. You see, I was out drinking with my friend Floon last night. And as we left the bar, a group of what I suspect now at the time were Zimteran fiends come up behind both Floon and I and clubbed us over the head. And I can only assume they took us here, as this is where I ended up. I fear that they may have mistaken Floon for myself and took him along to their hideout or wherever that may be. But I don't know this Volo person. As he turns and looks at you, Nefermax. And the City Watch turns and look at you. He goes, well, now let me introduce myself first. My name is Eustace Daggett. He said, I am the head around the dock ward. He said, I thank you for your service in helping Lord Neverember escape from his bonds.
Is he talking to me specifically or the group?
Oh yeah, he's looking at you right now. You've been the one who addressed him, so he's looking at you. He goes, I thank you for your assistance in helping him. We've had this warehouse under investigation for quite some time. But over time, since nothing had been really transpiring as of late, I went ahead and pulled back my patrol from this area.
I have good news for you. My friend here, Grim, and I point directly at him. My friend here, Grim, while we were defeating some of the criminals here and freeing Neverember the Younger, he managed to locate a hidden cache of what appears to be stolen goods.
You don't say.
Yes, and then I point him around to where that hidden room was with the paintings and the bricks, or what were they, silver bars or something?
Yeah, silver bars, paintings.
Yeah, but I'm trying to specifically institute that Grim was the important person for locating that.
Okay. You see. I
want to get you on the good side with the guards, bro.
I appreciate it.
You see Eustace, the captain of the guard, turn and go, guys, check it out. And he points at his constables to have them go take a couple peel off, and they go take out the hidden stash that you had pointed out. And as Eustace takes a look and goes back to engage, and instead he goes to engage Neverember, and him and Neverember begin talking. He tells Lord Neverember, he's like, I'm sorry that you I am greatly sorry that you had to experience such a thing, especially under my watch on the dock ward. I apologize for this. And Neverember is like, he turns to him, he says, I understand. This is the work of the this is the work of the guilds, Zentarum and Xanthar. They obviously have it out for me, and because of that stupid story that everybody hears about my father, that I just can't believe this. But nevertheless, I am okay, but I am worried about Floon, who I was drinking with last night. And you see the captain, he said, well, we will keep a lookout and see what we can, see if we can find Floon. And then he turns back to you, adventurer, to the group, and specifically you, Neferak, since you've been leading the charge and conversation here. He goes, he looks at you and says, thank you for your assistance. At this time, we'll take over here.
Would you like any assistance in hunting for this Floon gentleman? Perhaps we could help.
He said, you see him, hold on one second. Eustace turned to you and he goes, no. He goes, at this time, we won't be going to look for Floon. We'll keep an eye out, but if Floon, there's a chance that this Floon person that you're speaking of could be a Zent or a Xanthar guild spy, and we will not waste our time looking for him. He said, but that's what's going to be. We're going to continue to check out this warehouse, and we're going to continue to keep the streets clean.
Fair enough.
And then he said, he turns to you and says, you can go, but hold on one second. And he turns and hands you a code handout. It's like a little paper. It tells them all the laws that are in Waterdeep. And I'll send this to y'all in just a second. I have to pull it up and send it to you. And where I'm at right now, I can't really do. But he goes, look over this. These are the laws of the city. Y'all seem like y'all are from outside this area, so you may need this. And he hands it out to all of y'all. And then he leans into all of you and he says, let me give you some sagely advice. He said, he leans in and he goes, not all city officers are as nice as me. And he goes,
right.
I reach over and just put my hand over Grimm's mouth and I'm like, hold on.
He turns and he looks back and he goes, in almost a knowing wink from Steggett, he goes, keep the blood off the streets. Okay?
I wink back at him and nod.
So he turns and he goes, okay, y'all are good to go do what you must now. We will continue checking out this warehouse. And he turns and walks off. And Lord Neverember walks up to you, the group, and says, he goes, thank you so much again. But I still worry for Floon. As if they are thinking that if he is I, then he is in great danger.
Does it to the DM, does it look like this is a situation where the guards have kind of wandered off to investigate the building and we can converse with him for a few minutes?
Yeah, I mean, you have a couple of guards that are standing there watching you, just
Okay.
as they would in any typical situation where if it happens to be a crime scene. I mean, there's literally 12, 15 bodies now.
Okay,
inside
but I
the
mean, we're not
warehouse.
surrounded by like 10 dudes per se.
No. They're investigating because now you've
Okay.
pointed out the stash and all the Xanthar Guild and the Zentirum spies that are all dead. So they're, but you've got a couple of guys watching you, waiting for you to exit the building.
So I want to ask, forgot his name, Neverender Jr.'s. I want to ask him, have you known this Floon gentleman long?
No, I have not. We met while playing cards, and his how should I describe him? Flagrancy and color for life. Enraptured me, and I was interested in hearing his stories. So we were moving on to a new bar to go and, I guess as y'all would say, a pub crawl.
So you've only known him for one night.
Just the night.
And other than just natural personal concern that the average person has for another life, do you have any other super concerns about this person?
Well, for Floon, I mean, the chances are if If the Xanthar Guild has kidnapped him, there's a chance that they could kill him. Just because of a man of my station.
So you think they might know, or might think that he is you?
Exactly. That is what I believe her to be right now.
And you mentioned a story about your father.
Let's step outside and discuss this.
Good idea.
I agree. And Neverember turns and walks out the door.
I'll follow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
We all follow.
So you all leave. So you all leave the Candle Lane warehouse and exit out Candle Lane, head out into the bright streets where people are walking by and people are hustle and bustle again. And Neverember turns to answer your question. And he said, "There's a story about my father, and an inordinate amount of gold that was hidden away in the city. They're called dragons, and it is it is a mere child's tale. That there is no," he goes, there is no heap of gold that's hidden below the city that's protected by a dragon. I don't know why people insist upon this. So therefore, at times like this, when somebody, especially one of the guild, gets a wild hair up their butt, they decide to try and find me. And of course, being a man of my station, it's
Naturally
difficult
draw
at
attention.
times. Normally, I am surrounded by a guard, but this time I did not have my guard with me.
I was just about to ask. Personal guards?
Yes. Well, my father and I don't see eye to eye anymore. In fact, we haven't seen eye to eye in many, many years now. I disregard him much, but nonetheless, I am a Neverember. So, I do worry about Floon. So, you said that Volo sent you to find me?
In association to Floon.
What do you mean by in association to
We were
Floon?
last seen with Floon, and we were looking for Floon.
Ah, okay.
Wait, just as a question, did Volo send us to look for Floon or
Yes.
for?
Yeah.
Floon,
Yeah.
yeah.
Volo sent you to look for Floon.
No. Out of character, you guys have
Oh.
been so hung up on Neverember.
Yeah. Which is why I was like, you got to make a deception check.
Actually, that worked better for me because my deception check is a lot higher.
Like it accidentally lied.
Yeah.
You just accidentally screwed it up. But
Whoops.
perfectly. Good job.
So, would you have any idea where they would take Floon at any hideout?
Probably to their hideout is all I would know. I don't know where their hideout is, though.
Okay.
But I'm sure if you ask some of these laceabouts on the streets that you might be able to find something. There's people out there that can tell you things for gold. There's people out there that you can... The intimidation would work. Y'all are adventurers, aren't you?
I
Yes.
think.
You know how this stuff works then.
We just kind of happened into it today.
Yeah.
It's been a weird day.
Kind of like it was dropped on us from the sky.
Huh? He just stares at y'all.
As we all go, ha!
He just stands there and he's just bewildered. At this point, he goes. Well, that's at this time, that's all the information I can give you.
What time of day is it roughly?
You're getting into the late afternoons now.
It's been a rough day.
It has been a rough day. been a
Definitely
long day.
and trying.
I need a nap.
Yes.
'Cause- now, as much as I would love to take a nap, we are trying to find a dude who has been kidnapped and possibly going to be killed.
So did Renair happen to mention where some of these guild headquarters or hideouts might be located, or is this something
He said
that you did
he
not know about?
said he had no idea, but
Oh,
but he did mention that y'all are adventurers and that there are ways of getting information.
We're going to have to do some old-fashioned
Scooby-Doo
canvassing.
Detective Agency.
Yeah.
All right, who can I go torture?
Okay, so at this time, do we see Volo making his way back to us before we just leave and abandon
Y'all
him?
are way
Hold
far
him.
away. Y'all are way far away from Volo. Y'all
Yeah.
said that y'all would meet back at the yawning portal.
Okay, I just making sure that we didn't tell him to come here.
No.
You said you would meet him back at the yawning portal.
All right, back to the yawning portal, right?
Indeed.
Okay. Lord Neverember looks at y'all and he goes, I guess at this point in time, I will head back.
Would you
Careful.
like a personal escort to start? We'd hate for this to happen all over again.
Well, if y'all are offering, then I guess
Are
I
you-
could follow y'all for the time being.
Are you heading back to the? Are you anticipating heading back to the castle district, or do you have a particular location you want to go to?
Well, at this time, I really have nothing going on. I worry a floon, but that is about all I have at the moment. Like I said, I don't follow in my father's footsteps, so I'm more of a free soul.
Well then, why don't you follow with us back to the yawning portal, and we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Then I take it everybody is now going to be traveling back to the yawning portal.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Y'all take your time to walk back towards.
Sure.
Y'all take your time to walk back to the yawning portal. You cross past Zoblob's shop, and the gnome stands in the doorway and just stares at Nephmerax as you walk by.
I do not. I do not make eye contact.
He stares as y'all continue on. It's getting to late evening. It's beginning to become late evening now. As y'all make it back to the yawning portal, and as you enter, you see Volo sitting at the bar, about 2 tankards deep into some ale.
At least he's in better shape than he was last time we found him.
Is he?
I'd like to be in some better shape.
So what do you do?
We'll make our way to Volo.
Okay. The group walks up to Volo, and Volo turns and goes, I'm sorry, I can't do my Volo accent right now, so it's all going to be kind of
We get
plain-ish.
monotone DM today.
You're getting kind of some plainish stuff, so unfortunately. He goes,
Oh, you
yes.
sound a little sick. What's wrong?
Well, I've had a couple today. But I went and I talked to Lord Neverember, and Rainier turns and goes, oh, Lord, no. And as soon as I got to his door, his guards kicked me in the butt and sent me back here. So I am afraid I was not able to ask him any of the questions that you wanted answered. So I came back and got drunk.
Perfect.
Sensible.
He has a big smile on his face, and he's
Of course he does.
a little, couple of sheets to the wind, you can tell. He goes, did you have any luck?
Some.
Well, we located and rescued Neverember Jr.
He goes, the young lord. I am glad to see you safe and sound. I did not know you were with Floon then. He takes a big swig of a tankard, and Neverember goes, yes, well, we had just met, and it seems that some Zentarum scum was trying to kidnap me, and unfortunately Floon had taken the fall for me. If it weren't for this group of adventurers here, I would probably have never escaped that warehouse. And, Volo turns and goes, oh, yeah, I knew these guys were great. He goes, and he turns to look at y'all, he goes, well, do you have any leads on Floon then?
Nope.
Other than he's apparently been kidnapped by the Xanthar Guild, and now we have to chase down that lead.
Oh. Well, it's
Take into a hideout somewhere.
he goes, and Volo starting to stumble a little bit. Maybe he's had more than 2 that he's leading on. He goes, well, there's always a way to get information.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
I thought the Zentarum had kidnapped Renair. Was
Yes,
it the Zentarum
the
or the Xanth?
What you saw at the time, the Zentarum, were the 5 guys that had followed Floon and Floon and Volo, or Floon and Neverember Rainier out of the bar. They kidnapped them.
Right.
And they took them to the warehouse.
Okay.
Then Xanthar's guild shows up. That's why there were 7. You saw that there were 7 dead bodies of Xanthar, and then
I
the
see.
5 dead Zentarum.
All these Z clans.
I missed that one nugget of information. I was like, wait, when did Floon get kidnapped by Xanthar? I thought he was kidnapped by Zentarum. That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. So, Volo says there's ways of getting information in town. Maybe you should check around that warehouse and see if anybody saw anything.
Definitely.
Somebody had to have seen that last bird creature leave at the end.
Ooh, what?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, squawk.
And
So
then
while this conversation's being had, I flag down the bartender. I buy everybody around. Zephyr Max gets water.
Zephyrmax? Nephmarax.
More Z's.
Too many Z's, man.
Okay.
Nephmarax.
Bartender comes over and he says it's buying everybody around. That's gonna be 5 silver.
I toss him 6.
Thank you, sir. Pocket said everybody has an ale in front of them now, with the exception of Nephromax, who has water.
Do we have a room here or something?
No, you don't.
That should
Can get a
probably be something we procure.
The bartender comes rolling back. He goes right by you. Do you need a room?
Just
I was fixing to prod Volo for this because since he's wanting us to push on
Smart
to this
man.
adventure, maybe part of our benefit would be him putting us up somewhere.
Volo goes, I do not have a room. And he falls over and he hits his head on the bar and he's out cold.
Classy.
I pick his pockets.
Okay. Roll a.
I put him back on his stool and lean him on the bar.
Are you picking his pockets?
No,
Okay.
that's not my job.
All right. I was gonna have you roll a sleight of hand check. I was
Okay.
gonna make you do.
What is sleight of hand? Hold on. Oh, no,
Dexterity.
that's not me. I'm not
Knowing
doing that.
him, it's really good. So
probably.
he's probably got sleight of hand of a rogue, practically.
17.
That's what you roll?
Well, yeah.
God.
Can- I was about to ask, can I give him a little bit of advantage by helping him and being a big shell of a man blocking view from other people?
Assisting him up.
Okay, you're gonna. All right, so you're gonna block view, and Granite is now going to attempt to pick his pocket. All right, and you rolled 17.
He just passed out. I should have advantage, but okay.
Party's dangerously
You
close
are
to
in the
becoming
middle
murder
of a
hornets.
very busy bar. Ooh, you're in trouble.
You do this.
Does he not get advantage to see if he can roll higher?
It doesn't matter. Okay, so you notice at the side of the bar, there is that orc that had gotten in a fist fight earlier in the day, as she's
God.
standing watch and looking. Your hand moving depthly passes her vision. She doesn't see you. The second bartender that you were trying to acquire a room from, it passes his vision. He doesn't notice, but unfortunately, since y'all came in and Volo had been making quite a noise, the owner of the bar has very keen perception with a natural 20. And he comes up right as you're about to stick your hand into his pocket, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he looks at you and he goes, "Not in my bar." Get it?
We're just helping him up.
Roll a deception check.
Too bad it's not me.
Oh, this is good. 19.
Ooh.
Okay. He looks at you and goes, "Uh-huh. All right. All right. Not in my bar. Got
We
it."
adjust him up on the bar and lean him up.
I don't think he wants you to help him up. Just leave him on the floor.
He goes, "Y'all were after a room?"
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
A room. And then he looks over at Granite and goes, "You. 2 gold per room."
That's fair.
No, it's not.
How many people to a room? There's only 5 of us.
I mean, you could probably stuff all 5 of you into a room, but it'd be
I was
uncomfortable.
thinking 2 rooms.
Usually it's 2 to a room. You would want you do that. Like I
was
said,
gonna say.
you could stuff all 5 of you in a room, but boy, that's uncomfortable.
3 of us are real big.
One of you is
Sleep on the
female as
floor.
well.
Comfortable in that.
I can sleep on the floor.
I was gonna say one of you is also female as well, so
That's true.
take that into consideration.
A different time. Everybody's swinging.
I'm sure Abigail slept with plenty of men. It's fine.
So, how many rooms do you want to buy?
Yeah, bye.
I will put up 2 gold for a room.
The bartender looks at you, Abigail, takes 1 gold, pushes the other one back to you, and then pockets it,
Aw.
gives you a key, and says your room is upstairs.
I'm gonna get a room.
Well, thank
also.
you, sir, very, very much.
Grim.
One of you can bunk with me.
Yeah,
Matter.
Grim, do you want to share a room together?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, Nephromax and Grim, he looks at y'all too, and he goes, "All right, 1 gold."
I grant it. Fucker.
And then he looks
sorry,
at he looks at
I didn't hear
Granite.
what he said.
I said he looks at Nephromax and Grim, and he looks at you two. He says, "All right, 1 gold."
Okay. I'll fork over for that.
All right, he takes your gold, gives you your key, and goes. And then he eyes Granite and goes, 2 gold.
You did this.
I'll give it to him.
He takes the gold. He takes it to the side, and he goes. "Friendly tax. You understand if
I
you
don't
want to
acknowledge him.
if you want to continue patronizing my bar." And he gives you all your key for you all to go up to your room.
I quietly raise my hand and ask, "Can I take my drink upstairs?"
Sure, I don't care. Take a
Awesome.
drink.
I grab my drink and Nephrax's water and hand it to him.
Okay. Whoops. Y'all all head up to take an evening's rest.
Yeah, let's take a rest.
Please, thank
I
you.
think.
Volo stays passed out on the.
So this is a long rest, right?
Yeah, this will be a long rest. Volo stays passed out, and Never Ember tosses a gold coin to the barkeep to get himself a room. And he goes upstairs as well. And everybody gets ready to settle down for night. Anything that you want to take care of before your long rest?
I don't have anything since we're here.
I'd like to talk to Grim for a second.
I was gonna say if Nephrax has the time, I am curious about him and would love to talk to him more.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to tell Grim. I don't know what kind of a monk monastery you studied at, but you need to calm it down around the guards, my friend. you seem to have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, and you're going to end up drawing a lot of attention to our group. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I have horns. They don't like that. I don't want
Can't-
people paying attention to me.
I can't imagine why they wouldn't. They're quite beautiful looking horns you have.
One's broken.
It's character. Every scar tells a story, my friend. But I heed your advice, and I will attempt to be more cautious around the guards. They're
That's all I
Fine.
ask.
they're not as friendly as I'm used to guards being. But guess that's life in the big city, huh?
Apparently.
So, care to tell me about the horn?
Not really.
Perhaps another night.
Perhaps.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my book of prayers that I have and learn some new spells, or at least prepare some new spells.
All right.
Hopefully some that are healing.
Nope.
You hear Grim snore from the other room.
The loud, obnoxious snore. That's
I
like,
need healing.
exactly.
The groans of pain coming from your next door neighbors as Grim is tending to his wounds.
All right. Is everybody good then for the evening?
I've
guess.
sat down and I've got my own journal that I carry close to me, and I'm writing in it for a little bit before I just call it a day.
Okay.
Do we only have one level spell at this point, right? Casters would.
You as a warlock, I think, too.
I have a bunch
Okay,
of spells.
just making sure I wasn't misunderstanding that, because I was like, I cast one spell and then it was all like, that's it, bitch.
Yeah,
And I was all like,
warlocks,
wow, shit.
warlocks are very powerful with their cantrips, so they only get.
Except for this cat who's got no cantrips.
You should be able to know 2 spells at level 1, but you
Yeah.
only have 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is how I have it. Okay, just making sure I wasn't misunderstanding.
Yeah, your first level, because of your pact, you have Charm Person and Dissonant Whispers that you've selected, and then your cantrips, Eldritch Blast, Thaumaturgy, and Toll the Dead. It'll get better as you get
Well, it's
more advanced.
totally fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't like click something wrong in D&D Beyond.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody takes to their bed, gets in a nice full long rest. All your hit die that you've expended are replenished. All your spells that you've expended are replenished. You get a long, restful sleep. Nobody bothers you in the middle of the night. It's the inn. There's stationed guards to watch. Everybody's restful. And everybody comes to the next morning. And, okay, so, who wants to come, who's going to come down first?
I will.
Oh,
I guess I'll come down with Granite also.
So, Granite and,
Zamul.
Zamul, thank you.
And
It's-
Everdale. I'll be coming down too.
Okay,
Miguel.
I'll
No.
be meditating in the morning and waiting on Nephmarax to wake up.
okay.
I was going to say I would be sitting waiting for you to finish your meditation.
Okay, so all right, so you three come downstairs. Then the Nephmarax and Grim are having a standoff in their inn
I'm
with meditation and waiting
Well-
for meditation.
while he's meditating, I'm going to be whispering into my orb.
As you whisper into your orb and your communication, you get a small tingling in the back of your head.
You hear a busy tone.
A little bit of ASMR. Could I make a perception check to see if I can hear any of his whispers?
Okay. I tell you what. Go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage because you are meditating, unless you are not meditating and pretending.
I would have just been quietly meditating, sitting there.
Okay,
So,
then roll at disadvantage.
Why are you guys so rude?
Can I Can I suggest that he'd only be able to hear my whispers?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That would have been a 9 total.
Okay. Matt, go ahead and roll d20.
It's an 18.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
I have a modifier for that?
No, it doesn't matter. He didn't
Okay.
hear jack.
Yeah. No, you win.
Wisdom?
Unless-
Okay,
unless
then
you
it would
wanna
be a
show off.
20.
Yeah, he didn't hear jack. So, there you
It
go.
was more of like a passively listening thing, not me actively trying to hear what he's saying, but
Okay.
just simply curious if maybe I picked up on something.
You didn't pick up on anything. All you could hear is mumbling. And
I didn't even know he was awake.
Nope. You're waiting on him to wake up.
Okay, so Matt, as you whisper into your orb, you feel a tingling in the back of your head and a small voice speak to you, and you understand the words that were sent. You just gotta look for them right now.
Ah.
So, while y'all two were having your standoff and trying to meditate and whisper into orbs, you three go downstairs and you see Volo is still plastered to the bar with lots of drool and actually some barf just kind of stuck to
Ugh.
his face to the bar. The bartender pretty much just kind of wiped around Volo's head, and the owner is okay with this because the owner's known Volo for quite some time, as Volo is a patron of the bar quite often, and Volo gives him free books, so he gets it for his patronage into the bar. Something for folks to read, and you can see there's a number of Volo's titles that are out up on the wall for things that he'd already written.
Let's check if he's dead.
Yeah, go roll a medicine
Wow.
check.
You check if the drunk guy with barf all over him is dead, but not when your turtle friend who is laid out on the ground bleeding.
If I was in the middle of combat, I would also ignore him.
Learning and growing.
Oh fuck! I rolled that. Sorry. That's 17 plus 5.
22. Okay.
22. Yeah.
You go up to Volo and you put your hand on his neck, and you feel a thump, 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 thump. You put your hand in front of his mouth and you catch breathing. He's very much alive, very much asleep, and probably going to be hungover as fuck when he wakes up.
I pat him on the head. Carry on. I'm not trying to wake him up. I just. You're not dead. You're good.
He stirs, almost throws up, and then falls back asleep.
Do we see Never Ember around?
Actually, you do. You see Never Ember sitting at a table drinking a morning ale and having a plate of breakfast. Almost like he's in wait for y'all.
Okay.
So, do you two come down to join now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
You two,
You're awake. Let's go get some breakfast.
you two eventually come downstairs and join the group that had already been downstairs. And as you see, Zamul standing over Volo, looking at him, touching him,
Not stealing from
not
him.
stealing from him. And Granite is standing off in the side.
I stay away from him. I make a wide berth around him as I find the table where we're gathering.
And Granny goes to sit down next to Never Ember. Everybody more or less eventually congregates at the table with Never Ember for a morning breakfast. And plates are served, and it's just a traditional breakfast that you'd have. Meats, bacons, potatoes, things of a hearty nature. So, it's all served, and the day is yours.
Do we didn't get any information from
No.
anybody regarding where the stuff is, right? Where
I
the
figured
other
the
group
information
is?
we would. I figured we'd get that information probably down near where the warehouse was.
Now that the trail is nice and
That probably
cold, we
makes-
should
that would
probably go
make
pick
more
it up.
sense.
I'm going to. Hmm.
Lord Neverember turns to look at y'all. He goes, while everybody is in a quiet mode and eating breakfast, and he goes, turns to the group and goes, let me ask, would you like me to accompany you on your journey to find Floon?
You seem to have more at stake in this than just a passing concern. If you're willing to put yourself in danger for somebody you barely know.
Maybe I'm not my father. Besides, Floon is interesting. He entertains me. I like his stories.
Oh, he's got some good stories, you say.
Yes. Otherwise,
can
I wouldn't have sat
understand.
with him.
I can understand not getting along with a father figure. Sure, you can come along.
Awesome. The party is the rest of the party good with this?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you're welcome to come with us.
Are you good with a weapon?
All right. I tell you, I am very quick with a rapier.
Hmm. And Grim kind of like strokes his unbearded chin at this point. And says, I'd like to see you use it.
In due time, my turtle friend, in due time.
I clap and kind of rock back in my chair and say, excellent. Cannot wait.
Okay.
Well, then I suggest we finish up here and head back to the dock ward and start questioning.
I agree. This sounds like a good plan. Okay, so Lord Neverember the Younger has joined your party.
Ooh.
You found a secret character.
I'm not casting
Everybody
cure
else to
wounds
make
on
sure they
him.
don't get their ass kicked.
If he dies, he's dead.
You sure we don't have to fight Lost Number and open
Cantrip.
a safe and find a key to a
Cantrips.
basement or anything? To unlock the secret character.
This is a secret character that just walked up and asked.
Okay, good. Alright.
All right.
Sort of secret.
I'm alright with this.
Okay, so after y'all finish your hearty breakfast, y'all head back out into the streets and make your way down to Dockside, or the Dockward outside of Candle Lane, where you see life as it normally is. People passing by, people sitting on the streets, begging, looking for money, people traveling to and fro work, people selling fish. It's just normal everyday life. What would you like to do?
Let me look around. I want to see if there's anybody amongst this crowd that looks like they would be more suitable to answer my question, if that makes any sense.
Okay, roll a perception check.
If he sees that crazy old lady that I talked to a while back, I will put my hand on her shoulder and say, not that one.
That is a 18 plus 2, 20.
20. Alrighty. Abigail, you begin to look around and you see a older homeless man that's pretty much been set up camp. That you noticed he was there yesterday, and he's still there today. Camped up outside of Candle Lane, and he's got a very long grayish beard and weather-worn skin, very thin and almost kind of malnourished, sitting cross-legged on against the other side of the building on the other side of the street. He holds a hat out for passersby, trying to get a few copper to get by. And you figure that this might be a good source to start with.
Okay, by the way, what is how does the currency work? Like, what is 1 gold? How much silver is that?
Uh,
10 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold, and then 10 copper is 1 silver.
I believe that
Okay.
is correct.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Are we
It-
using Electrum pieces by any chance?
Not yet. Or,
Probably not yet.
I mean, do you have one?
Yeah.
No, I just really don't want to use Electrum.
What? Why?
Probably we'll
Because-
go to platinum, I would assume.
It's an awkward half piece.
Oh, okay.
We'll stick with platinum, gold, silver, and copper, I think.
All right. I'm gonna go over to that old man
Okay.
and give him 5 silver. I'm gonna drop 5 silver into his hat, and then ask him if I could have a moment of his time to question him.
Okay. Y'all all watch as Abigail tears across, well, not tears, but at a steady clip, crosses the street and dodges in and out of various horse traffic and people traffic to a man that just across the street. She walks over and tosses 5 silver into his hat. Pardon me. You can hear the old man cough. And he looks up at Abigail and he goes, "God's blessing to you. Absolutely, I will give you time."
Yesterday, did you happen to spot any suspicious looking person running out from the warehouse over here? And could you tell me where they went?
It was a bird person. That might help.
Have you walked over and joined Abigail?
No.
Okay.
Whoo, whoo.
Y'all gotta be careful because I am gonna ask those questions. Just remember, Zamul slamming the door in Never-Ember's face.
This is why I don't say anything now. I say nothing now. I'm deliberate in all my actions.
The man shakes his hat and he looks up at you, Abigail, and he goes, "These are dangerous times we all live in, and for maybe for a few gold, I might be able to answer the question you really need."
Swindlers out here, man.
And he shakes his hat a little bit more.
Okay. I nod my head, and I'm going to go ahead and toss in enough to equal, along with the 5 silver I tossed in, 2 gold.
Okay. You toss
So I
in.
guess
you
go
toss
1
in-
gold, 5 silver more.
Right, you toss in a gold and 5 silver more, and he takes his hat, he shakes it around, and he looks into it, and he goes, "I saw you, bird person. Left in a hurry. I'm assuming that was y'all that made him run." He
Possibly.
asks.
Yeah.
I get it. He goes, "I get it," and then he takes his left arm is there, and he pulls up his sleeve just a little bit, and you see a symbol of a snake on his arm, and you get the idea that this old guy here, this probably his interim spy, that he has been set to sit there and watch. So
I get you.
he looks at you and he goes, "So you're after Xanthar then?" And his old man facade kind of drops. He goes, "Well, we kind of have a mutual thing here." He looks at you and he goes, "3 more gold and I will tell you where the hideout is."
This is
Shake,
cute.
shake, 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 shake.
Oh, I
shake,
mean, look
shake.
at this. Oh, yeah, that's nice. What is this?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
say?
Give the DM something fun.
No, he was almost metagaming.
No, I'm talking to Zamul. I'm pointing over here. I'm like, that's that crazy lady right there. Right there.
So
she was real mean to you. I
So
remember.
this interim spy is sitting there going, "Shake, shake, shake," pretending to be an old man. Like, "Coin, please." And he looks at you.
I'm gonna willingly give him the 3 extra gold. I'd like to know more about this Xanthar.
He takes the gold and he puts it in his hat and he shake, and then he closes his hat up and puts it to his side and he goes, the hideout that you seek, which was probably just the other day, where Xanthar's guild had taken someone else, is in the sewers. If you traverse the sewers, you will find Xanthar's hideout in the sewers. It's a long trek, but you will come to an intersection. It'll be a round intersection with 3 ways. Once you get there, you are at the entrance to the hideout. Beware. That's all I will tell you now. As I'm more into this for the Xanthar's heads, where they killed some of my friends, but also I'm not opposed to taking your head as well. Goes back to shaking his hat, looking at all the other people. Gold for an old man, please. And he just kind of ignores you now.
A high price beggar.
God's bless you, sir.
God is blessed to you. And he shakes his hat some more and looks at an old woman walking by. No!
I'm gonna return to everybody else and hey guys, guess what I found out?
That old lady's coming over here.
The old lady walks by the beggar. He's like, no! Gold! Shake, 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 shake.
Okay. Well, I found out that the Xanthar hideout is in the sewers. I'm going to tell them exactly what the old man told me.
Did he mention a sewer entrance?
Just the sewers.
Okay.
Just the sewers.
He told you that the hideout is in the sewers and that you would come towards a 3-way intersection, and then that is where you would encounter, or the round, and that's where you would encounter the Xanthar Guild's hideout.
I wrote that down.
Have we, while walking around the town yesterday and this morning, have we seen any sewer grates or obvious sewer entrances?
There's a number of them as you traverse from Castle Ward to Dock Ward. You've seen a number of them. You suspect that you're probably just going to have to go down into the sewers to see if you can navigate your way there.
Unless there's something else any of you guys are wanting to do up here, then I suggest we head down into the sewers and see if we can't find this hideout.
Can I use my turtle powers to locate a nice reclusive sewer grate?
Turtle power.
Turtle power.
T-U-R-T. Power.
You want to do an investigation check?
Yeah, let's do it.
Roll an investigation check.
All right, I'm going to roll. Where's my green one? I'm gonna roll my
It's all
green
stuck
one.
in my head now. Thanks. On the half shell. They're
Assist
the
him in
heroes
finding
for-
this.
It's a 15 because I have -1 to investigation.
Wow.
It's still a 15.
All right.
Me and Grim got to stop doing stuff.
Look,
So
man,
as
I'm a
y'all-
turtle, it's my natural instinct.
As you all group together and you begin walking off Castle Ward, beginning to look left and right for sewer grates. Abigail, you notice that the Zentarum spy that you spoke to has gotten up, and he's been following y'all, and he caught up, and he catches up to the group, and he begins to walk past you, and then he taps you on the back and walks ahead, and then he walks ahead, and you travel for maybe I don't know, about 15 minutes following him. And then he turns left down a dark alley. And then, do y'all follow him down the alley?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
we should follow him down the alley.
Okay. Y'all Zamul and Abigail both follow him down the alleyway, and he perches himself up on a ledge on a building, and points down at a sewer cover.
I walk
And
up
the-
behind them and go, "Look, guys!"
And Zamul's like, "Aha! Here it is."
You mean Grim?
Grim. Sorry,
My
bad.
I finally found one.
I was like, that was out of character.
Because with the successful DC 15 investigation check, you uncover the entrance towards the beginning of the Xanthar Guild, and then the beggar walks off, turns the corner, and is gone. So now you have found your entrance that you needed to enter.
I'm gonna pat Grim on the back. Good job. Finding.
Thanks.
All right.
Happy to help.
Well, I kind of
Good
made that.
use
I made it a little flavorful.
Yeah.
Instead of Grim finding it, I just had the guy help.
Okay. Well,
I
we
did
found
find
our
it. What are you
entrance.
talking about?
So, okay, what do you do?
I guess we go in.
Yeah. Let's go in.
All right, y'all all go in and climb. Give me a strength check to pick up the grate. Somebody,
All right,
I'll
I'll
do-
do that.
anybody. All right.
I'm not doing it.
I was about to say I can do it.
Why don't we assist somebody?
All right, all
Have
three.
everybody
You
hand.
all right? So, Grim, Abigail, Granite. All three are gonna pick it up. So, who? Pick one person. Roll with advantage.
I have a +3 to strength.
All right, Grim.
Both of them are stronger than you.
Grim, roll with advantage.
Woo!
Okay.
No one else
Grim.
piped up.
Fucking Grim comes up. I have a +3 to strength.
Oh,
17.
Okay.
you're good.
I've done this many times in my life. Trust me, it's easy.
Oh, sorry about that. My lungs were in my mouth. You go and you
Spare escape words.
you go and you put your hands down inside the grate, and Abigail comes and puts her hands in the grate, and Granite, you put your hands in the grate, and all three of you just pick up. No problem. Thwum, throw it off to the side, and you begin your descent down into the sewers. Now, the sewers are dark as hell. So, who has dark vision? 2. The rest of you are blind as fuck.
Pull out a torch.
Zamul pulls out a torch and lights a torch.
I would like to specify that I am in the rear.
Okay, so, excellent. I was going to ask for a marching order.
I say we have.
I think that's
Well,
a good idea to have.
I'll be in the middle.
All right, so,
I'd be towards the front.
Well, I mean, you're the only other one with dark vision. I think you should be up front. Lead the way.
all righty. Nef Morax is in the rear. We have, in fact, why don't I just go ahead? What?
As you do.
As you do?
Yes.
Look, I've shared a room with him. I can confirm he likes the rear.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so switching over. All right, Nef Morax is in the rear. We have who's leading the charge? Granite?
Yep.
All right, who's following Granite?
I'll be close to the back near Nephmarax.
Okay.
Then I'll follow Granite.
All right. That puts me in the middle.
That way we have a little bit of protection in the back as well.
All righty.
Action. Did you see what he did with that ball?
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, marching order is as follows. We have Granite, Grim, Zamul, then Rainier, then Abigail, and then Nephmorax. There is our marching order. Okay, now, y'all tend to walk through the sewers. And every now and then, you know what? Everybody make a just make a perception check right quick.
Good, I'm great at those.
I have a question about perception checks, by the way.
Okay.
If you roll a perception check that's below your passive, do you just go with your passive, or how does that work?
No.
Passive is used differently.
Yeah, passive is
Passive
just,
is used.
Yeah, it's just like your general awareness, while perception is you're legitimately looking for something.
Gotcha.
Well, that's a
Fortune.
natural 20 plus
Whoa!
2.
All right, Natty 20. 22,
16.
14, 16,
16.
16. All right.
8.
8. Okay. Everybody who is above a 15. As you walk down the tunnels.
I
in the
wouldn't
sewers.
have advantage because I have dark vision, would I?
No. No.
Damn it.
Because Zamul's in the middle, he has torch. Everybody is pretty much equal level
Okay.
perception. As you walk down the tunnels and the sewers, every once in a while you'll see a tiny symbol drawn on a wall in a yellow chalk. It's about palm sized. It has 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference. Who was it? Granite. That's it. Granite, I need you to make a what do I want to make this? Make a history check right quick. Or a general wisdom check.
Make up your mind.
You said it was a circle with 6 spokes?
10 spokes.
10 spokes.
Make a general wisdom check, Granite.
God. Okay, we'll go 19.
Okay, yeah, you recognize the symbol immediately. It's Xanthar. It's the symbol of Xanthar's guild. And y'all begin to follow these. Now that you've noticed and seen it, you begin to follow these little chalk-based symbols. And after about an hour of following all these signs through the tunnels, you eventually end up at a stone, at a 3-way intersection where a ladder in the middle leads up to a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby. And
God, earlier I thought that thing was graph paper, and I was all like, wow, these minis are really, really small. And then I see Daniel moving his hand over it, and I'm like, whoa, Daniel's hand is tiny.
He's got Trump hands.
You went there. All right.
all right, what you then begin to notice that floating around one of the corners is a spherical object with a bulging central eye.
Do I recognize this thing?
And it has 4 stumpy eye stalks.
Do all of us see this or just Abigail?
Right now, Granite is right up front, so Granite and Grim, y'all would both be able to see it. Everybody else has not been able to see it. This happens to be the size of a grapefruit, and Nephmorax, you can't see it, so you don't know what it is right now.
So you said up at the center where the ladder is, we see this spherical something or another about the size of a grapefruit with an eye in it and 4 stalks coming off its head.
Mm-hmm. It's a grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks, and it bares its teeth at y'all.
I turn around, and for those behind us, I tell them we need to back up a couple of steps.
I immediately back up 15 feet.
I need you to roll initiative first.
All right, never mind.
Who, all of us?
Oh, everybody.
Don't screw me, dice.
I got 6. I was
1 second here.
I got a 61. Oh, wait, that's 19.
God. hold on. All right, hold on 1 second.
Might be best to wait for him to ask.
Yeah.
Now let's just shout it out before he's ready. So they have to ask me again.
All righty. 25 to 20.
22.
Okay. 20
so-
to 15.
19.
Abigail, what did you get?
I rolled. I got a 20
Okay.
initiative.
Okay, you're 20, so you're above.
I rolled a 19, then I have +1 initiative. So
All right,
20.
so Abigail, granted. I need 15 to 10.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Wow.
What about what's his name? The other dude with this.
Oh, Renair?
Renier?
Yeah.
He rolled a 15.
Did we roll him?
He rolled
Oh,
a
okay.
15. All right, 10 to 5.
6.
I got a 7.
God. Okay.
Technically, I rolled a 7, but I have a -1 to my
Bull, and then
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
I'm the cleric. I'm supposed to go after everybody.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
That's
Yeah,
why. That's why I
only if
wasn't
you're
upset.
healing.
Well, if you didn't go down in 1 hit, you probably wouldn't need it.
Maybe if
all
you did a
right.
better job of healing, I wouldn't have gone down in 1 hit. Huh?
Now,
I'm not healing you this time.
You didn't last time either.
ooh, natty 1 for the beast. All right. Well, that means you're going to catch this bastard completely unaware. So, all right, Grim. As y'all are walking down the enclosed sewers, it's tight quarters here, and you take up quite a bit of the sewer. As you come up on, you see in front of you the grapefruit-sized being slowly floating along, and you grab Granite and you put your hand back and stop everybody else, and you see it begin to float around. It hasn't noticed you now, thanks to a wonderful natural 1 roll. So, Grim, you are first to act.
Okay. You said it bared its teeth at us, right?
It bared its teeth, but it still hasn't noticed you, amazingly. Actually, at this point, it wouldn't have bared its teeth. It hasn't noticed you because of its
Okay.
terrible initiative roll.
I'm going to quickly ask Granite, should I go for it?
And I'll remind him that there could be more than one, but I encourage him to attack this monster.
Well, then you better follow me up, and I charge forward at him to try and skewer it with my spear from behind.
Alrighty, so you are going to make your movement, and because of your size, moving through people is considered like rough terrain, so it's going to take you 5, 10, 15, 20. It takes you 25 feet of movement, because 5 additional penalty moving through Granite to get up to him, but you are now right next to him. Roll your attack.
Alrighty. Ah, don't screw me. That is going to be 11.
11 will miss.
Damn it.
All right.
And then I guess for my bonus action, I'll try and claw at him then.
Okay. Roll your
I
attack.
just wanted to verify that I could do that without hitting him first, and I can. That's better. That is going to be a 19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
Seven points of damage.
Woo! You come in and you dash. You hold your spear with your left hand, your hand that you're not quite used to using your spear with. As well, actually, technically, is your character left-handed or right-handed?
I would imagine he'd probably be right-handed, but relatively ambidextrous, having to be a monk and use both hands, but
Right.
more dominantly right.
Okay, we'll say since you're holding your spear in your dominant hand and you dash by Granite and use your right hand to gently push him aside, you run up and then you take a stabbing strike at him. Your spear goes just ever so wide of the gazer and the creature.
Now we know his name.
Yeah, you now know. Now you know it's a gazer.
I assumed.
He turns and looks. He turns and looks at you and goes, and bares his teeth at you. And seeing your folly with your miss, you follow through with a right-handed strike, and striking true and across its globish body. You deal 7 points of damage, and the gazer is looking really wounded at the moment. Okay. So that's Grim's
And then,
turn.
If I'm able to, I want to kind of either press myself to one side or duck down or something, just to make it easier for anyone coming up behind me to try.
I'd say with the last, you have 5 feet of movement. With your 5 feet of movement, you could either go prone, go inside your shell to give somebody a shot over you, but for your sheer size, you take up like the entire opening.
I will totally go inside my shell.
Okay, so you fall to the ground and pull inside, and none of you had ever seen this before.
Except for Nephrax, who watched me sleep.
That's true. Suddenly,
I don't know if I can see that far.
Yeah,
no, there's a bunch of people in front.
There's a lot of large people in front.
Suddenly, Grim, after taking a claw attack, falls to the ground and pulls inside his shell into a defensive stance, and giving a clear, about almost like a half a opening in the tunnel clearance for somebody to go above. Abigail, you are next.
Oh, okay. Do I have a visual of this thing from where I'm standing?
You have...
Like, would I be able to throw a javelin at it?
No, not at the moment. You have 3 people in front of you. You're going to have to move.
Jesus Christ.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You are going to be... You won't be able to get... You can move, but you will not be able to get through Granite. So if you throw a javelin, I'm going to make it at disadvantage. But you can move, and you can throw the javelin, but I'll make it at disadvantage for you. Just because of the tight quarters.
Right, right.
The choice is yours. You are...
Yeah.
Right there.
I'm second to last, yeah.
Yeah, so you can get up to here in this open space and then throw with disadvantage. That's what I can offer you as the DM.
Okay.
He's the god of this world.
You know what? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's try to get some damage off on this thing. I'm gonna squeeze my way past everybody.
Abigail, using some deft acrobatic movements. In fact, go ahead and just run just do a general athletics checks for me right quick. As
Athletics
you're moving,
check?
yeah, you're moving through a couple of people here. I just want to go ahead and have you give me an athletics.
That's good because my athletics is really fucking good.
All of your stuff is really good.
Sorry.
Every time my thing is real good. Everything. I didn't roll
I feel
any
you,
zeros.
TJ.
That's okay. I rolled a natural 17 and plus 7
Oh yeah, you're fine.
bonus.
God.
So
With a grace that you've seen before, as Abigail plowed through boxes, but still not injuring herself at all. Whips and slips through Rainier and Zamul, and comes up on the backside of Granite, and you put your hand on Granite's shoulder, and you go, "Watch out!" And you throw your javelin as hard as you can into the opening. Make your attack roll with disadvantage.
attack roll disadvantage. Okay.
So take the lower of the two rolls.
Right.
And add your proficiencies.
That is a 19.
Oh my god.
And hold on. That was my first roll.
His first roll is 19.
That was an 18. Okay.
His second roll is an 18.
Michael is going to roll for all my attacks from here on out.
All right. Okay, so it's 18 plus your hit DC for your javelin, which is 7, so that makes it 25. All right.
Yeah.
You hit, roll damage.
Okay. And that's a 1d6 plus 5. Okay. 10
10. Okay.
damage.
You put your hand on Granite's shoulder and you go, "Watch out." And Granite, instinctively, you just duck down to the side as best you can. And Abigail hucks the spear at laser pinpoint accuracy into this floating grapefruit. And as the creature bares its teeth, it goes, "Ah!" This tip of the spear just splits its mouth and pins it against the wall, or against the cylinder, the stone column cylinder in which a ladder is attached to, and it just this pinned against that stone, and the creature is dead.
Well
As
done.
it just
I
kind
should have
of
been
hangs
fucking ranged.
man.
Technically, all.
Yeah.
It's a beastly attack. What are you going to do?
It's deadly, man. Okay. Well, it's dead.
All right. Okay, so that's gonna end the round of combat there.
I cast Spare the Dying.
On who?
Please don't use up any spell slots yet.
Hey,
Save
it's a cantrip. I can use it on whatever I want.
All right.
I don't have it.
Okay, so y'all quickly disperse with the gazer guard at the entrance, and after seeing this little beast, which this thing has actually got some pretty fun stuff. I wish I would have had the opportunity to use. After some swiftly taking it out, you are pretty sure now that this is the place. And the exploration is now up to y'all. There is a tunnel. There is a ladder leading straight up. There is a tunnel to the left, and then a tunnel to the right that you notice as a half circle is in front of you.
Question.
I'll walk up to Grim and I'll knock on his shell and let him know that he can come back out.
Who's
Okay?
there?
Me, and I attempt to pick him up.
Roll a strength check. Grim, I want you to roll an acrobatics check.
A what check? Acrobatics?
I want you to roll an acrobatics.
Okie doke.
Granted, it's rolling.
21.
Oh man.
This is like the third 5 I have rolled today. It's an 11.
All right,
He's
so
over there flailing.
So Granite comes up and says, "Knock, knock." He goes, you say, "Who's there?" And he goes, "It's me." And he picks you up. I mean, just like beastly bear pulls you up into the air, and you're still inside your shell, but now you are hovering in the air.
I can fly?
All the rest of y'all just stare at this for a minute.
As they're blocking the entrance.
As they're blocking the entire passageway now playing.
I carry him into the circle.
You carry him over the threshold.
Look around while I'm holding him.
You hear Zamul in the background. You carrying him over the threshold?
I can cast ceremony.
I will myself to move, so I think I am now making myself fly toward the ladder.
I'm gonna go past everybody and retrieve my javelin, if you don't mind.
You pick up your javelin.
Okay, because I don't want to lose those things. Those things have been really useful so far.
I would like to investigate the body of the gazer.
Okay, you can go and you take a look at the gazer. What you see is a clouded eye and 4 stumpy stalks. Nothing on it. It has no use for money. It's just kind of like a guard dog. So you see the body of the gazer.
Toss it aside.
All right, you throw it back into the sewage water.
Back the way we came, like back behind us.
Okay, you throw it behind you into the sewage water. It goes splash, 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 roll, splash, 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 roll. And there it sits.
Sweet.
Okay. So
Mission accomplished.
I'll set Grim back down.
All right, you set him back down.
I peek my head out. Did you guys see that? I was flying.
I do roll on my intelligence.
Not let him.
I do have 8 intelligence. It's like, wow, that creature must have maybe cast fly on me, or maybe it was when that person knocked on my shell. Is my shell magically enchanted? Guys,
While that's happening, I have a question. Is
We'll have to
there
get it
something we can
checked out.
see? The dotted line?
No, that's it's.
I didn't know if it was like an entrance way that we walked past.
I just didn't want to draw it afterwards.
That's fine.
Okay, so okay.
While we're in this circle area, I want to look around to see if we can see any symbols that might tell us which direction to go.
Okay, I need everybody right now to roll a stealth check at disadvantage because Grim was really loud.
I mean, I'm always loud.
And Zamul as well.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, guys, that's my first natural 20 that I don't get to use.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, I mean, I don't do
9.
stealth.
9.
10.
16.
16.
16.
That's not a bad average, sort of.
You know, for being the one yelling, I'm still pretty stealthy.
Wow. Okay.
Our group average isn't great, though.
All right. That's for me to know right now. Okay, so, what are y'all doing?
Investigating.
Okay, so we were looking for symbols that might tell us which direction to go.
You have found the one symbol that was pointing towards.
I point up to the metal grate.
You see the ladder in front of you. And then you see a path that circles off to the left. And with a platform. Well, Abigail, you can see a path that goes off to the left. And then there's a elevated concrete platform with water and sewage setting on it. And just at the end of your perception. Wait, you don't have dark vision, do you?
I do not.
You do not. All right. So no, never mind. You don't see that, but you do see the platform. And Grim, you see the platform as well.
If I can, I'd like to post up on either the left or right side, whichever someone else is not at, and just do my best to listen down the hallway to keep an ear out for anything.
Right there.
Sure, that works.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Screw me. Not bad. 15.
You hear a slight snoring sound coming from your immediate left.
When you say immediate left, is it just down the walkway or is it like on the stone platform?
As well, you'd roll a 15. So, you turn and you look and you see inside the grooves of the cylindrical wall, there is a small slit that is about, we'll say about 5 or 6 inches wide, about 2 foot tall. And just beyond that, you hear a snoring sound coming from that slit.
Where is that? Is that from like this?
I immediately turn to the rest of the group and put my finger up to my mouth and try to motion for them all to be quiet. And then I point to the slit behind me and cup a hand around where my ear would be.
Okay, so Abigail sees this. Granite, Zamul, have y'all moved up to join them?
I'm trying to.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
So y'all moved up.
Yeah.
Towards the center.
There's a bunch of people in front of me, so I have to wait for them to move first.
Okay, so everybody's moved up. You see Grim peek back around the corner, put his finger to his mouth, and in a general telling everybody with his hand quiet, he hears something, and then he goes back and he points to where he came from, and then you slide back around and put your hand to listen to the wall again, and you hear some more snoring, and then a little bit of a rustle, like a movement, and then more snoring, some light sleeping.
Okay. I will gesture that to everyone that through the slit, it sounds like someone's sleeping.
He peeks around the corner and mimics that, everybody. You can roll for it if you want to pretend to understand it or not. Zero. If you want to just take it as understanding, that's fine. If you feel like your intelligence level is too low to grasp it, roll for it. 1 to 10 is failure. 11 to 20 is success.
I'm good.
I think I understand what he's trying to get at.
Okay. That's all Zamul roll for it. So Zamul,
I got 14.
you understood it. Okay.
I just.
All right. Okay, so now the party and Rainier understands it. Everybody now gets the idea that it is time to be quiet. So everybody, if you're going to continue moving, I need a stealth check again.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Damn.
Okay. It's actually better.
17.
17.
17,
21.
21.
Matt. Total?
I have a +0.
What did you roll?
God.
A 3.
Plus 3 plus Zamul?
2.
2.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I have to roll at disadvantage.
Yep. Because you're wearing plate armor.
Chainmail. Still heavy armor.
Still heavy armor. All right. Oh, shoot.
We saw nothing.
That's the skill of the wind right there. All right, so I'm going by group average on this. For now, there doesn't seem to be any change in the sleep as y'all move forward. So, make your move. Where are you going?
Please.
What did you say that the top? What did it look like at the top of the ladder?
There's a grate at the top of the ladder.
Like a flat grate, like it was sitting against the ground up top.
Yeah. Almost, it's a large circular metal grate, almost like a
Manhole cover?
manhole cover, like y'all came down with at the beginning. Yeah, that you moved a while back ago.
I'm gonna lean forward and whisper in. What is this dude's name?
Rainier?
Rainier. Thank you. Hold on. Let me write that down. How do you spell that?
Raener.
Rainier. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna whisper in Rainier's ear, and I'm gonna be like, "How effective are you at stealth?"
He goes, I'm rather adept.
Would you be interested in climbing up the ladder and maybe just lifting the thing and seeing where we are? Just a slit.
Sure, I'll do that right quick. And nobody else hearing this, you see Rainier begin to push through everybody in line, and then begin climbing the ladder. Dun, 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 climbing all the way up the ladder. And let's see, he gets to the top, and everybody's watching, I'm assuming, and he pushes on the lid. Yeah, he barely gets it up, and he takes a peek out, and he looks around, and then he slowly lets the lid back down and comes back downstairs. Dun, 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 dun. And he comes back and stands in front of the group, and in a quiet, low-level voice, he says, I forgot to roll a stealth check, and his stealth check is fine. He goes, above us. And I'm not going to whisper because it's utterly pointless right now.
Yeah.
But this
He's whispering. You don't have to.
stage whisper. Yeah. He's whispering to y'all. He goes, it looks like some sort of cellar above us. There's a lot of fish inside the cellar above. He goes, I don't think that's where we're going.
I would have assumed not.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you'll have a choice. You can go left or right.
Granite and Grim, you up front. Make a choice.
Again, you see a platform to your Granite. You see a platform to your left.
Is there anything up on this platform?
Yep.
Yeah, like a door or anything?
You see a door there now.
Okay.
It's within range. You can see a door now.
How high is this platform? Is it like a step, or is it like 3 feet?
It's like 5-6 inches above water level.
Okay.
You're walking in the sewer, so it's about, shin deep in water.
Okay, well,
I'll
I guess-
step out of the way of anyone who wants to go up there.
I'll make my way to the door, but I want to check the area for traps before I get anywhere close to the door.
Okay. You make your way to the door. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
That is not that great. Let's see. Oh no, I was wrong. 19.
19. Okay. You begin to take your hands and you begin to trace the. You look at the platform that you're fixing to step up on. It looks like a standard cobblestoned platform, or like a man-made. Nothing gives or slightly pushes. It's well crafted. It's bricked. And you hop up, and then you walk up towards the door, and you begin to run your hand around the door. And you see, as you move your hand towards the lock, there's a little mechanism that's sitting there. It's almost like a little cross wires that has been pushed all the way outside of the door. And you look at it and you think, uh-oh, this is potentially trapped.
Yeah.
And
I turn around and stage whisper to the group, hey, there's a door up here, but it seems to have some sort of warning or trap on it.
It could be an alarm.
I'm gonna put my hand on Rainier's back and kind of push him forward. Like, go on.
Rainier will he gets the idea. He walks up front. He walks up and looks at where you were pointing at, and looks it over. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem. He looks at it and he pushes the little wires together and then slowly slides it towards him and then releases it again. And he does it a couple more times and he turns back and goes, "It's a trap, but the trap has already been sprung. It's not set again. We're fine."
Awesome.
What a useful guy. All right.
So,
So my instinct tells me that it's already been broke once, and there's somebody else has been down here messing around.
So, you have a door that is not trapped in front of you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go up with Granite there and see what he wants to do. If he wants to go ahead and just go in, I'll follow behind.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Granite?
Seeing how the door's not trapped, I want to just slightly open it and see if I can peer inside with my dark vision.
Okay.
Good idea. Good idea.
You begin to open the door. You turn the knob, and then you grab the little wire device. And you crack it open, and you hold the wire device in place. And what you see inside of it is a small tube with a almost as if it were a crossbow, except in a smaller format, very lightweight, but discharged. There's no needle that's inside of it or plug that would have been launched when you open the door. So you toss it onto the ground, take a look inside. Nothing inside. You just see a corridor that goes 5 foot ahead of you and then turns to the right.
I'll go ahead and open the door the rest of the way.
Okay, you open the door all the way. Again, you see just a corridor with a turn to the right.
And I'll step in.
Okay. You step in. Does everybody else follow?
I'm following right behind Granite. I'm right behind him.
All right.
I don't.
I'm bringing up the rear.
You don't?
I will be close by to Nephmarax and Rainier.
All right. As you walk in, you see a Z-shaped hallway with another door ending at the other side.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw my axe, and I will stealthily move into the room around the corner.
Oh,
Right.
Jesus. I thought he was going to be like, I draw my axe and hit that second door. Gadoosh. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Who's following?
Me.
Gentleman!
I'm right behind him.
And anyone else?
Rainier. Yeah. Get him up in there.
He's up there waiting.
I'm gonna be
Everybody
I'm gonna be two squares north of Rainier, kind of on the opposite side of the door from him. Yeah.
All right, Grim.
I'm gonna, I guess. I'm gonna post up at the edge of the platform to the south of Rainier, just to lay in wait around the corner.
And Zimble.
I'll be
wait.
about to have a go.
You were south
Who's
of
on-
Rainier, right?
Who's on the stone platform right now?
Rainier.
That's Rainier.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the south end of him.
Oh,
On the platform. Yeah.
my bad.
there
My
you go.
bad.
That's fine.
That's south.
Just kind of anticipating anything coming down the hallway. So in case something does, I want to be ready for that.
Oh, so you're actually looking south.
Yeah.
Okay, and Zamul?
I want to move over here to the north end of the. I want to see if there's anything that way.
You want to look this way.
Yeah, I just want to peer down the hallway, see what's down.
Roll a perception check.
Good. I'm not good at these. Not good at anything actually. I'm really not good at. 9.
All right. For what you can see with your torchlight, you shine it off into the distance. The tunnel leads to a large barred grate that covers the entire tunnel.
Okay, good.
So that way leads to a dead end.
Awesome. Riddle solved.
Okay.
That's good. That means nothing will sneak up.
Riddle
Dead end.
solved.
Hold his passageway trap.
All right. What are y'all doing now? There's a door in front of you, Granite.
Okay, I'm checking that door for a trap as well.
All right. Roll investigation.
17.
There's no trap.
Okay. So again, I'll slowly open the door and just kind of peer in.
Okay, you open the door and you peer in, and it's a hallway. To your left, you see a room that is open, kind of an open room, and to your right, you see a long hallway that goes with that leads downstairs.
Is there any source of light in the room?
Nope, this is all dark.
Okay.
Your only
So-
source of light right now is Zamul. By the way, anybody who is away from Zamul, or as Zamul is taken to the other side, and you do not have dark vision, you're blind as a bat.
So right now I'm relying on Granite to tell me what's going on.
Right, your hand is on Granite's shoulder, and you're waiting for Granite to give you direction.
Relaying any information that I come across to Abigail that I'm fully aware is behind me.
And in fact, Rainier at this point reaches into his pouch and takes a flint and steel and lights a torch for him over there on the platform. So now Rainier is holding a torch and his rapier at hand next to you, Grim, and Nephromax.
Excellent.
I have
So
a
now
question.
Now there's 2 torches. Yeah.
Is Rainier human?
Yeah.
Okay.
Filthy humans.
He's just a human with really good perception rolls.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open up the door and
All right.
I'll step inside.
Open up the door and you see a large hallway.
Oops.
Look, maybe I don't have all the shape pieces for this. I just drew the map today.
You did good.
All right, so TJ, will you move Granite into the room? Into the front of the hallway. Okay, so Granite, to your left you see a room, a very messy room, and to your right you see a hallway that has that curves in like a little alcove. Oops.
Okay, so
Pardon. Yeah. Well, I'll do it in a second. So go ahead.
I'll check the room to the left to see if there's anything noteworthy in there.
Okay, so you wave Abigail in behind you, that it's clear. So Abigail, you now, if you want, can go ahead and follow Grim or follow Granite and everybody else. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I'll slowly go ahead and start. I would like to keep Rainier in front of me if possible.
Okay.
Well, let's
So-
get Rainier behind me so we have some source of light for me and the people
Yeah.
without dark vision.
I will follow up along with Rainier then as well.
I'll let you. If you want to go in front of me, I'll let you pass me. By the way.
I'll just be
Okay.
behind.
Yeah, go ahead and put me in front of Nephmarax.
Oh god.
Blig. Roll a Constitution check.
Daniel, he's dying.
The DM has to roll a Constitution check.
Every roll that doesn't matter, I do real good on.
Natural 19 for the DM's Constitution. He'll make it. Okay, so you're gonna go investigate the room on the left.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I want to look around in there. I don't want to just walk around in there. I just want to look real quick and see. If
All right, roll an investigation check.
20.
20. All right. What you see inside the room are rusty weapons, pardon me, and threadbare clothing littered across the floor. You are guessing that this probably serves as some sort of coat room and armory for him. There's really nothing of value in the room.
I'll let Alvigel know what that is.
Okay.
And I'll turn to my right.
Okay. And you're going to
Make
turn
my
to
way
your right.
towards that alcove.
All right.
I don't know what that symbol is. Oh shit.
That Q3 is just for my knowledge, not yours.
Q3. Okay, I see it now.
Okay. Granted, as you as you turn and begin slowly walking down the hallway, give me a stealth check.
Make what?
Stealth check.
Okay. Oh God, that's a million. Let's see. 17.
God.
I roll high, guys. 20. Yeah, 20.
All right.
I want someone to go back through and record all of these high rolls that these guys are making.
All right. You
and
turn.
then see how many fives I make.
You slowly step around the corner and you turn to your right and you see two goblins sleeping on the floor. They are completely asleep.
Okay, so as I can see them, I'll turn and I'll tap Abigail on the shoulder.
Okay.
And I'll point towards where they're at, and I'll have my axe in my hand.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Abigail, are you going to follow?
I'm gonna follow.
Roll a stealth check.
19.
All right. Both of you.
I'm sorry.
All right. Hold on 1 second.
Let me get up there.
I think
I got you,
it's
buddy.
just because he's never played before. You're getting all the luck.
Possibly. Wait. Oh, no. Should I roll at disadvantage because I'm wearing chainmail? Because I don't.
Does it require you?
Yes. If he's wearing heavy armor,
Does
he has
it?
to roll disadvantage. Yeah.
It should be on your person or on your character.
Stealth? Yeah, chainmail stealth.
Stealth.
is
Yeah, it says
disadvantage.
stealth. Okay, disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So roll again.
let's try again.
Natural 20.
18.
Fuck you. I hate you.
All right.
We're
So
not friends anymore.
with as if it's some sort of magical enchantment Abigail has on her armor. She makes no noise with Granite right next to her as they slip up next to these goblins that are asleep on the ground. All right, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do what I like to do.
It's time to murder these fools.
I'm gonna pick up a goblin.
All right, so you're gonna attack a goblin. Abigail, are you gonna attack the other goblin?
Yeah.
All right. Granted, I need you to make an attack roll. Abigail, make an attack roll.
Are they at advantage because they're asleep and prone?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they need advantages, fuckers.
15. 15.
Wow. You with an advantage, you only made 15. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, did you roll a 15 or is it?
I rolled a 10 and then I rolled a 15.
Okay, so it's you rolled a 15, so it's 15 plus your weapon.
Plus my 15 plus my weapon, my long sword, so plus
If
7.
you're
Plus 7, so that's 22.
Fuck off.
All right, so 22 for
Okay.
Abigail. Granted,
24.
24. All right. I need you to roll damage, and then I need you to double your dice damage. For this
Okay,
is an
what is-
auto crit.
I always had a question about this. On my damage roll for my longsword, it says 1d8 plus 5, but then underneath is a 1d10 plus.
That's if you're wielding two-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to state that before you do.
Yeah,
that.
so if you take the sword in both hands, you get to use a D10. If it's just one hand, then it's a D8. But you've got to call it.
Okay.
So in this instance, you're using a one-handed, so it's 1d8, then double your d8 damage, and then add 5. Granted, you do, you need to roll your 1d8, double it, and then add your 3.
Oh, 19.
All right, Granted has 19, and Abigail,
Hold on.
God,
Did you roll an 8?
I did.
Damn.
Oh my God, that's funny.
You just splorched that thing.
Goblin? What goblin?
He's
Hold
the
on.
Goblin Slayer.
I can't find my 1d8. Hold on.
Splattered him all over.
Looks
the
like
place.
a diamond.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
a diamond.
if you need me to roll for you, I can right quick.
I got it. Okay.
All right.
You said double it and
Double
then
it.
add 5?
Then add 5.
15.
Fuck me. All right,
I rolled a 5, so.
All right, so, all right, so y'all come up onto the goblins. You obviously are going to eviscerate them. Are you trying to be quiet in your evisceration, or are you going to be loud and
Well,
loud
I mean,
and
the
obnoxious?
intention was for me to be as quiet about this as possible, which is why I let them know that there was somebody there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seeing that there's nobody else around, I
Try-
would like to not just drive my axe through the ground.
Same.
all right. So you come up, and both of you come up to the side of these goblins as they sleep, and you ready your axe and you ready your sword, and you stuff your hand down into their mouth where they can't, and hold on to their tongue, so any noise that they make is completely muffled. And then Abigail, you take your sword, turn it sideways, and stab it right straight through their throat, or through one of their throats, and just eviscerate the neck, and just where it begins to gurgle, but it's gurgling but not making any noise. Granted, you take your axe and rake it across its neck and just split it completely open where blood begins to spurt up onto your arm. And it's barely holding on by a thread on the backside of the spine. I mean, you completely cleave through the spine with this quick slice across the neck. And they both gurgle there for a second, and blood is spurting. And then you just wait and wait and wait. And finally, slowly, life leaves the goblins, and they're both dead. And you both take your hands out of their mouth and let go of their tongue and just leave them on the ground.
Do they have anything on them? Like,
All right.
God damn.
It was absolutely brutal. But necessary. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation?
Yep.
That's an 18.
All right. You find 4 gold pieces on the goblin, some tattered clothing, and a short bow.
I'm gonna take that gold because I need to replenish what I spent on that old dude.
You know he wasn't that old, right? He was faking.
I rolled an 18 as well.
All right, you find on the other one 3 gold pieces, a short bow, and some tattered armor.
Okay. Well, I'll take the bow. I'll leave the armor.
Okay, you're gonna take the gold and the bow.
No.
All right. Remind me to add a short bow to your inventory.
I can do it.
Okay, so yeah, add a
What?
add a short bow into your inventory.
I might as well do that too. Take the short bow from the other one.
Okay, you gonna go? So take the short bow and Abigail. You have 12 arrows.
Okay.
Granted, you have 5 arrows.
Okay.
God, you eviscerated them.
Yeah, they're dead.
Okay, so in front of y'all is a path that leads downward and hooks to the right. You see.
Okay. I turn to see if everybody else is following in or if somebody else has kind of wandered a different direction. I want to make sure that we're all still pretty close together.
Everybody right now is for cramped that it is. Everybody's following.
Is there anything else in this room?
You can do a quick perception check.
Okay. Oh, okay. 4. That's my first
No,
bad roll in a long time.
no. All you see is a couple of bedrolls from the goblins, and
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, so if everybody's good, anybody else want to try to take the lead as we go along? I mean, does everybody got any questions?
Well, you have the dark vision.
Well, there's also 2 torches now lighting up rooms, so everybody can see.
True, but I'd rather, like, if there was somebody up ahead, them not see the light from the torch.
Okay.
I'm pretty satisfied that there's nothing going on right here in this vicinity. So I turned to the group and I asked them, should we look around this vicinity for this area more, or should we press on? It looks like there's a stairwell that leads down from here.
From what you explained, it didn't seem like there was much else around. So I suggest going down the stairway. That's up to everybody else.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Nephmarax,
So I'll
did you
turn
have
and I'll
something?
press on.
Nephmarax, did you have something to say?
No, I was just gesturing to continue going down the hall.
Okay.
Those poor goblins.
I need to sharpen my axe.
Yeah, you missed a thread.
I know.
Nope, someone died.
No!
Someone just passed.
Cody's just top heavy. I mean, Grim is top heavy.
That's what happens when you cut the shield off of a knight and use it as a turtle shell.
That's awesome.
You work with what you got. All
That's
right.
amazing. I didn't.
I'll take it.
All right. So you peer down the hallway and you see a very long hallway leading into a open room.
Okay. I'll make my way into the room slowly. And just kind of peek into the room.
Okay. Thank you. All right. You peek into the room, and what you see inside is a room that contains 6 tattered straw stuffed mattresses and nothing of value, really. It looks like this is probably just some sort of sleeping area.
Okay. I'll tiptoe through it.
All right. To the door.
Yeah, just want to look in.
Okay,
To the
so
door.
you walk
Check
up to the door. All right. Roll a perception check.
19.
All right. What you hear? Okay, you hear something coming from the other side of that door. All right. You hear the sounds. You hear sounds of activity, like people or a person scuffling around and making some noise.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make my way back across the room, and is that Abigail that's right behind me again? I'll
Yeah.
tell Abigail that hey, I hear people on the other side of the door, and pass that information down.
Okay. Information makes it to everybody.
Yep.
There's somebody.
I'm trying to make my way back in the room so I'm not crowding the hallway, so we can kind of gather in there.
Yeah, we'll all, I guess we'll all gather in there, huh?
I would like to say that I would like to, if as long as nobody has any objections, I would like to be in the southernmost corner, furthest away from the door, so that if the door opens, I could see straight in.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Zamul, want to get that door for us? Wait, no.
Check it out.
No, everyone here is better than everything else.
Okay. This is going to require me to adjust the monitor. So now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
Oh, now the gloves are coming off.
All right. So, what are you doing? You got a door. You hear scuffling.
I want to discuss with the group what kind of approach we might want to take in this.
I suggest opening the door.
I'll follow up behind you if you want. If you end up rushing in, I'll get your back.
No, because I can't cast any spells.
Are you unable to commune with your god any further?
No. But I can only commune a little bit.
Oh,
My god's not
you've
very
just-
talkative.
You've just forgotten all your spells then.
Well,
Cantrips are a thing.
that was cool, though.
Sacred Flame?
That's all right.
What are you talking about? Sacred Flame is an awesome cantrip.
Look,
Says
whatever
the
you
DM.
have at your disposal, as long as you heal me this time, I think we'll be okay.
Well, I reach up and I grab Granite on his shoulder, and I say, I think we should just tear the door off and kick some ass. And then I cast Bless.
Really?
Hey.
On him?
Yes.
Granted is blessed.
Suck.
He's the war machine.
All right, Granite.
he's been the war machine. He's got so many good stats.
All right, Granite, you are blessed. Now we still have a door here.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Guidance, not Bless.
Guidance. Okay, guidance.
Which one is it? Because they may do different things.
Well, they do the same thing, sort of. Once before the spell ends, you have 1 minute, and you can roll a d4 and add it to the number of your ability check of your choice. So yeah, if you want to kick the door in or any shit like that, go for it.
Okay, so since we're in an agreement and I've just gotten a gift, I will shift.
Okay.
Oh boy, it's getting real now.
All right, Granite, you shift.
Well, and just an internal guttural growl just makes its way to the top of my throat. And I turn and I kick the door.
All right, roll a strength check with advantage.
Don't forget to add that d4.
George did that D4.
I want to see that. I want to see that door flying and kill somebody.
Okay, so let's I gotta make sure I add this right.
all of that being quiet and slitting those goblins' throats. Walk up to the door.
Yeah, 22,000 people, so now
That's
that we
true.
got the upper hand on them. It's like 25. man.
25.
25? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, you blast the ever-living shit out of this door. And it busts off its hinges and flies into the room. And you hear smash, 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 smash. And what you see off in the corner, and I will use you to represent this person. You see a Duragar desperately stuffing furniture, anything he can, against this door. Going, by the gods, no! And stuffing cloth on the bottom of the door. And when you kick the door in and push inside, he's got his hands on the furniture. He turns and looks over his shoulder, wide-eyed, and goes, God damn it! And then pulls out a, let's see here, a giant war pick, and begins to get ready for battle. So everybody roll initiative. Don't just tell me right away. Just give me a second.
Greasing the wheels of combat. Your war priest.
All right. 25 to 20.
20.
20 and 15.
17.
15, 10.
10.
And
Matt.
Who let's see? Abigail was 10, and who else?
Me.
Zamul. And then 10 to 5. 5 to 0.
Matt.
Go on.
I have a 4.
Never mind.
What was Rainier, by the way?
Rainier was 17.
Better get out of my way. I'm going to run over his ass.
Guess what my initiative bonus is?
0.
Yes.
Mine's -1.
Pardon me. Oh my goodness. All right. Grim, you're up first to act.
All right. So I had said that I would have been following right behind Granite as he was kicking in the door. So I
Right
would
there.
hope that I'd be starting right there, right?
Yeah, you're right there.
Okay. So it would be 10 to go through him. Is that 10, 15? I basically want to get as close as I can to the...
You can get in range.
Okay. To the north of him, though. The square to the north of him.
He's got one south and one west.
Yeah, you can get to the north.
Okay. That way Granite has a clear shot.
Okay. Yeah, you're
I
there.
don't want to get in his way. And would I have heard him? Can I roll a perception check to see if I can understand that he's barring the door against something?
You wouldn't have been able to see it. Only Granite would have saw that. But you, I mean,
Well,
when you walk
Now
in,
that I'm up next to
when you
him.
walk in, you see that there's a bunch of furniture stuffed against the wall. Yeah.
Would I be able to intuit that he was doing it? Maybe not.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna attack him.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Gonna attack two-handed with my spear. Just try to drive it into him.
Okay.
And that is a 15
15 misses.
does. And then bonus action, slashing at him with my claws.
Okay.
And that is even lower, so that'll miss too.
All right, that'll miss. Give me 1 second.
It was a 6 this time instead of a 5.
All right. I'll just use I'll use that. All right. So next on the list is Granite.
Okay, so I've kicked the door in. I've watched Grim run in. I'm gonna run inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab him and try to shove him up against the wall.
All right. I need you to roll a athletics check.
Oh yeah, baby. 26.
God.
Oh yeah. You grab
I rolled a
him.
19.
You grab him and you stuff him up against the wall.
By the way, you don't have that D4 anymore.
I didn't use it.
Okay, I was just saying. It was a one-time thing.
All right. So you grab him and you push him up against the wall.
All right. So while I've got him against the wall, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna try to intimidate him into telling me what he's doing and why he's here.
All right. What language are you speaking at to him?
I'm just gonna throw common at him.
All right.
I'm already shifted. I'm not raging, so I'm coherent enough to understand him. I'm just asking.
All right.
Common.
You begin spouting words at him. He's looking at you. He ain't understanding a word you say.
Okay. But I have him grappled up against the wall, so
Mm-hmm. Right. You have him grappled against the wall. Anything else? Any bonus action you want to take? I guess that would technically be that your action and bonus action and movement.
that's
So,
action and bonus action.
all right. This will be Rainier's turn now. Rainier will. Rainier will run into the room and see that you have him pinned up against the wall where he can't move. He is gonna take out a short bow and see if he can land an attack.
Is he a rogue? Would he get advantage since he's engaged?
Technically true. Yeah, since he's flanked and no, that ain't gonna make a damn bit of difference. Okay. Rainier draws his arrow and shoots, and it the arrow ricochets off the wall and misses. And then he will stand there and look pissed. So, now it is the Duragar's turn. Let's see. All right. For his action, he is going to... Yeah, he'll do that. Okay, so you run in and you grab this Duragar. And then the Duragar, as he's within your grasp, grapple, he looks at you with a furrowed brow And then all of a sudden, the small dwarven man begins to grow and grow and grow and grow. And now he is equal in size to you, Granite.
Ooh.
And then he will also no, I think that's all he can do right now. He can't move, but he's just going to grow in size. So all right. That's what he does. So now it is Abigail.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the room. Is there anywhere that like I can aim at him and hit him with all the people in the way?
Yeah, melee range there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get in melee range.
Poor little dwarf.
Okay.
Big dwarf now.
All right. I guess I'm gonna. I'll do that. Then I will jab my longsword.
Okay.
One handed. I'll keep my shield.
So, go ahead and take your attack. This is one-handed, you said?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
And I put the plus hit DC to it.
Yeah, plus your hit DC. On your
Okay, that
weapon.
would be a 14.
14. Miss. All right.
This guy's really evasive considering he's being held.
Wow. Zamul, it's your turn.
Can I even get in the room? I think I can.
Yeah, you can.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, put me
30 here or 30?
Yeah, put me in front of Rainier. And then seeing that this dude is a Duergar,
Yep.
I am going to seems dumb, but I'm just man, everyone's missing him anyways. So in Dwarvish,
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, whoa. What are you doing in here?
Okay. You're going to talk to him. All right. All right. I'll do that. So is that going to... We'll say for your bonus action, you shout at him.
Okay.
And the Durgar responds in Dwarvish, where y'all don't understand any of this shit. But this is just for Zamul. He goes, "Who the hell are you? What are you doing? What is going on? Why are you attacking me?" And then he also goes, "By the gods, don't open this door." That's it.
Okay.
That's all you hear.
Okay. You guys didn't hear any of that. No metagaming.
So,
Is that the end of my turn?
that's your bonus action.
Oh, that's my bonus
I'll
action?
let you use that as a bonus action. So if you want to attack him, you can still attack him
Okay.
or not. But you all hear some not dwarf, but a low
It sounds like Gaelic.
Gaelic,
Irish
pretty
Gaelic.
much like a Gaelic speak between these two, between the Durgar and Zamul. Y'all all hear this speak.
I guess I'm gonna use my action to get everyone to chill. It's like, whoa, hold on, let's take a minute. I know I rushed us into this, but let's take a quick second.
Okay. So you then, with your action, tell everybody, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay. And that'll be your turn.
Yes.
Nephmarax, your turn. And Nephmarax, you can hear, from your range, you heard the chatter between the two, and then you heard in common Zamul shout out, wait, hold on. So it's your choice.
I would like to use my full movement to go to the opposite corner of that room, straight ahead of me. Nope, no. Yeah.
Blast the fuck out of him.
Okay.
Can I see the Duragar?
Yeah, you can see him. You see
Big boy.
you see Granite have him jammed up against the wall.
I'm going to toll the dead.
Sweet Jesus.
You are going to toll the dead. Okay.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Should be, was it 14?
14.
Succeeds. Natural 15.
Okay then.
So nothing happens.
This guy's fucking incredible.
Wow.
Like no one's been able to hit him.
All right, so you stick your orb out, and black begins to pour out of your orb and across the ground, reaches to the man's feet, and begins to entwine upon him all the way up in spirals to form two bells above his head, and they go in simultaneous bong. But nothing seems to have affected him, and they dissipate, and they fall short. If I remember correctly, Toll the Dead is a save. It's nothing.
Yeah, no. If he
Uh,
saves, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
the target must succeed or take damage. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he succeeds. So, okay. Now that is the end of Nephmax. Grim, it is your turn. You heard Zamul shout out, "Hey, wait!" And then you see Nephmax Toll the Dead and try to attack.
I'm going to level my spear up toward his neck, but hold my attack in case he tries to break free or attack one of us.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your attack in case he tries to break free.
Yep.
Granite, your turn.
I'm gonna maintain keeping him grappled and allow Zamul to explain.
All right, so you're gonna maintain grapple. Okay, so do you wanna hold your action then for if he tries to break free to re-grapple him? Okay. All right, so that's what you'll do. Rainier will notch another arrow, aim, and hold his arrow attack. And the Durgar, he, after hearing you shout out, wait, but then a magic caster comes and tries to toll the dead or try to attack him. He looks at you, and this is going to be his bonus action, and he spits your direction and in Dwarvish calls you a short-bearded child, which is the best of the translation that you could get from it. He's insulting you because your people attacked, and he is going to try to break grapple. That, but he has advantage because he's enlarged. And no, he is unable to break free with some terrible rolls.
That's good.
So that is his action. That's all he can do right now. Abigail. Everybody is holding their attack, and then you see some more you hear some more dwarvish slung at Zamul and some spit, and he tries to break a grapple. What do you want to do? By the way, go ahead and try to do what you want to do, and then Grim, you're going to be allowed your attack action because he tried to break break grapple. So go ahead, Abigail.
Zamul. Let's
Technically,
see.
I can't answer you.
Yeah, that's true. Let me think about this for a second. Tell you what, I'll point my sword at him and I'll hold my action again. Or I'll hold my action as well, just to see what happens.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna sit there at the ready.
All right. Grim, if you want to take your attack action now, because he did try to break grapple, you can go ahead and take your attack.
I thought I said if he did break grapple, not just attempt, but like actually broke it.
Okay, well, I was giving you the option. You can still hold
Okay.
it if you want.
Yeah, I'll keep holding it.
All right, Zamul.
Okay. Well, I can't really move in, but I'll say to him in Dwarven, I'm sorry, we busted in here. We're killing goblins. It's a fucking mess. What are you doing in here? What's behind this door?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Cool, because I'm good at persuasion.
Natural 20. Come on, buddy. You can roll 2 of them.
That's bueno. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, siento.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
4.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
He responds to you because I'm going to go ahead and give him a response, and he calls you. Let's see what. Let me think of something else. He calls you gray gutter trash in Dwarvish and says, I die with honor today.
And I say in Dwarvish, you're going to die pinned against the wall, and I'm going to open that door.
And he looks at you and he goes, your death.
And then I step back.
All right. Nephmarax. You hear a lot more Dwarvish being slung around, and your last attack, or your last Toll the Dead didn't work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear my name.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. All right. I'm gonna do.
I can't believe I'm rolling.
I'm gonna
so
cast Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Okay. Roll to hit.
19.
That hits.
It's about time.
2 damage.
Where's my 10? There's my 10. 7.
All right.
That's force damage, by the way.
7 force damage. Okay, where is this guy? There he is. Okay, so with him pinned up against the wall, you taking no heed to what's going on, you stick your orb out, and a black and purple flicker begins to form at your orb, and a blast shoots out and streaks across the room and smashes into his face. He takes the hit, and you see him just kind of grit his face as he takes the hit. Unfortunately, not able to move anywhere else. So, let's see. Now it is Grim's turn.
My turn.
Grim. You see Nephmarax blast him in the face.
And
you've heard a whole bunch of more Dwarvish thrown around.
Am I able to kind of turn and look at Zamul and be like, "Does he die?"
I'll give you.
I did step away.
I'll give you a bonus. I will say I'll give you a bonus action to ask a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
so bonus action. Grim asked you, "Does he die?" Zamul, you can go ahead and answer.
Might as well.
All right.
All right. Well, then, with him being pinned against the wall, I want to make a called shot to his neck.
All right, roll with advantage. To his neck. All right, I'm gonna do that. Okay,
You said with advantage?
with advantage because he is grappled. Your difficulty in his attack is gonna go up. It ups his armor class by 3. So
That would be a total 13 because I rolled a 6 and a 7.
you totally whiff. You take your spear and you jab it into the side of the wall, and just chips of brick and mortar splash up in his face.
Do I still have my bonus
Nope.
offhand attack?
Nope, because you used a bonus action to ask a question, and Zamul answered.
Didn't hear you if you said that was an extra bonus action or not, or like
No.
a free action to ask the question.
I said I'd give you a bonus action for it. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay, but everybody else has now heard what Zamul has said and Grim has said. So, Granite, it's your turn. You have him grappled against him.
Okay, so since we've got him pretty well cornered, I'll release him and I'll two-handed attack him.
All right, roll your attack.
$23.
23 hits. Roll damage.
$12.
12. All right. You take your axe and you just smash it into his enlarged chest and bury it about 3 inches deep into his chest and pull out. He is very visibly wounded as you see blood start to pour through his scale mail that he has on. Rainier will go ahead and shoot an arrow. And miss. And now that you've released your grapple on him, he is going to take his war pick and try to smash it into Granite, since you've been such a pain in the ass to him right now. That's a natural 1. Man, I am rolling like shit.
We're all rolling like crap.
So this is the worst fight ever.
Is this a fight? I feel like we're just intimidating him.
He takes his war pick and slams it down at you, Granite, but he misjudges the distance because he is grown in size, because he's made himself so large, and he just smashes it right down in front of him, in between you two, as he just could not quite get the distance right, and his war pick wedges into the ground. He's gonna have to use a bonus action to pull it out. Abigail.
Let's finish this guy off. I'm gonna two-hand swing into him.
All right.
Well, hopefully I finish him off. That is a 1.
Wow.
Finally. Just desserts.
Abigail,
Oh, God.
you take
I
your
used all my
sword.
good rolls early.
You take your sword and you go down to swing into this Durgar, and you swing down, and he has enough presence to pull his shield up over his head, and your sword just bashes into the shield, and it sends a vibration into your hand where you drop your sword and you're just like, ah. And your hand's numb, and now you're gonna have to spend a bonus action to pick up your weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And then you spend your bonus action to rearm yourself and wait. Zamul,
Let me. Do I still have any movement left from all that?
you can move.
Can I move back and let Zamul go ahead if he wants? I'm
If
gonna
you-
move back a little.
If you move back, he'll get a attack of opportunity.
Oh, will he?
Yes, because you are in melee range.
It'll be unarmed, but
Right, it'll be an unarmed strike, but nonetheless, it's still an attack.
I'll move out of the way.
All right,
Let's give it a try. move
you
back.
were moving back. He's going to take his attack at you. He rolls a natural 17. That's 19 to hit. 19 to hit. Does it hit your AC? Abigail.
How do I?
what's your armor class?
Your armor
armor
class
class
is
is
18.
18.
So yes,
Yes,
it
it hits.
hits. All right.
Okay.
You take 3 damage.
Okay.
Somebody finally connected. And it was on an attack of
What-
opportunity.
And it wasn't the 5 of us.
Yeah, that's
Except
amazing
for
part right
Matt, who
there.
hit him once with Eldritch Blast.
I was about to say.
Granted, also did hit him with a grapple.
That's true.
All right.
With a grapple,
Um,
God. I don't want to fight this guy anymore. I'm just done.
Zamul.
I was trying to stop the fight, but he's a fucking ornery little shit.
Well,
I mean, I understand why he's upset.
why the reason why
But
you
I
know
tr-
the
I
wa-
s-
reason why he. I mean, you're like, hey, stop, and then one of your teammates goes and attacks him.
That's that's
What
the
is
way-
he supposed to do?
That's the way she goes.
You said that was 3 damage?
Yeah, you take 3 damage.
All right, I got it.
Okay. Zamul.
I'm torn because I want to get in there and hit him, but I roll like shit, and you've been rolling like shit, so I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
All right, Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame is a dexterity save, if I remember correctly, and it must be
DC 13.
13.
I'm not as good a spellcaster as a freaking
Oh yeah, he adeptly dodges your Sacred Flame.
bullshit ass fucking.
How many people does it take to kill a dwarf?
He's a big dwarf.
He's a huge one right now. All right, it is Nephmorax's turn.
Hurt him.
Me?
Yeah, hit you.
Okay.
You're the only Nephmorax here.
Sorry. Every time he says my name, the audio cuts out right before he starts talking my name for
All
some
right.
reason. Sorry about that.
I'll get on it a little bit more.
That's okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him again.
All right, roll your attack.
That is an 18.
18 will hit.
Thank goodness.
Roll your damage.
Only Matt.
That is a 7. Another
All right.
7.
All right. You take your orb and aim true and fire another black and purple blast from the orb. It spins and aims directly and hits his head and splits it open like a cantaloupe.
Yay.
The Duragar falls in his place, dead.
Good job, team.
So, you're now out of combat. You've got a dead Duragar. Boop. On the ground. What you doing, guys?
Kind of want to just sit down and pout for a minute. Dear God.
I guess. Well, I
Grimm's-
guess I'll search his body. How about that?
Grim sits down and begins to contemplate his training as a monk.
Staring at my hands.
And Abigail goes to search the body. Abigail, go ahead and search the body. Roll an investigation check.
19.
19. On him, there is scale mail, but it is of a dwarvish or a Duragar body type. A shield, which is just a generic rusty type shield. And 5 gold pieces.
Does the steel mail look like? Would it be good to sell? You think? Does it look like it's in good shape to sell?
It needs some cleaning. But if you
Okay.
could probably clean it and sell it for maybe 10 gold.
Okay. I'll take the scale mail then.
All right. So you're going.
And can I split the gold with how much gold was on him? 5.
Yeah, 5 gold.
All right. Well, let's split the gold. 1 gold for everybody.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm
Totally don't deserve it, but thank you.
All right. So I will add a scale mail into your inventory, but you're carrying it right now. So
Okay. So I've got the short bow with 12 arrows and a steel mail.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of curious about what's behind that door.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I can't hit it.
So I go ahead and tell the group. He was very upset about us being here, for one, and 2, he really, really, really did not want us to open that door. I think we should. I also told him we would open the door.
You also
Putting that out
told us what?
I told him that we would open that door.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't come all the way down here not to open that door.
What about the other door over here? What's behind it?
What door?
There's 2 doors.
There's 2
Are
doors.
there 2 doors in here?
There's 2 doors here. There's one with like a bunch of furniture in
Yeah.
front of it, and there's a door over here.
There's the one that he was standing next to that has a bunch of furniture in front of it, and then there's another door that continues on.
Is that who we are? Do we take the easy way? There's something behind that door.
You know what? After all this effort, we might as well go behind the door that he barred shut.
Can I ask
Yeah.
some wolf for healing?
Are you hurt?
I took 3 points of damage when I backed
Oh.
up to let you in,
I
and
forgot
you
you
didn't
got-
even
you-
take.
You got gently punched. You how much? What's your HP?
Well, I'm at 9 of 12 right now.
God, I wish I had like a cantrip there.
You also have lay on
on
hands for yourself,
Yeah, you-
Abigail,
That's true. I do.
which
Yeah,
I would.
you know.
I only have two spell slots.
Okay.
What's up? What's up?
Well, I'll
what's
tell you
up?
what. I'll hold off for now. We'll
Okay.
wait just a little bit. Then I'm not hurting
Yeah.
too bad.
You're currently at my max HP.
Yeah, I'm not
Same.
hurting too bad, so I'm okay right now. I'm gonna let you guys decide if you want to go through this door. He seemed very worried about what was behind this door. I'm sure we can handle it, but you guys need to make the decision here.
Okay, so are we still in combat time
No,
right now?
no,
Think
combat
we're
is
still in
ended.
combat time?
It's
Then
ended.
I turn and I shove. Since I'm shifted, I just grab the furniture and I just shove it off the door.
All right. You see Granite reach down and just pick up this massive pile of broken furniture and just shuck it across the room. Abigail, you have to duck out of the way as it smashes into the wall.
Oh dear.
Awesome.
You open the door.
I enter the room.
All right, Granite opens the door. And
I hope it's just like thousands of rats.
opens the door and takes a look. Inside here, what you see, the room has a hole in the floor that opens into a cesspit.
Ooh.
And from what you can see, a gray ooze has emerged from this pit, and there are two goblins that are you see the two goblins are stuck inside of its body, just being slowly dissolved.
I close the door.
And then hold on, I'm not done. You see bones floating amid its gooey form, and pitted weapons lie on the floor inside. So that's what you see.
I close the door
You close the door. Okay.
and I relay this information.
I'm gonna put the furniture back
That sounds real
in
fucking
front of the
spooky.
door.
All right. Well,
Oh boy.
you try to board up the wall again, but then slowly what you see is a puddle begin to form under the bottom side of the door as you're putting stuff back up there, and the gray ooze slides and pops out on the other side.
I would like to pick up the Durgar's body and toss it at it.
All right, you toss the Durgar's body. Roll a strength check.
13.
You fling it at the bottom of it. It skids into it, and it just continues to blob over it and continues to head your way.
We got to get away from this thing.
It stops and then continues to it just sits on top of the Duragar and slowly dissolves it. It's not
Okay,
moving
so-
at the moment.
While this is dissolving the Duragard, I'm backing up. And
All
I'm trying
right.
to get everybody else to back up too.
Where are you going?
I'm just bumping people backwards.
Okay. Well, it's kind of a small room and there's a bunch of people. You have a locked door, or you have a door that's in front of you. And or you can go back to the way you came.
I'm gonna.
You said the door was locked.
It's not locked.
Oh.
I didn't mean to say it was locked.
I would like to try and make my way back into the previous chamber and tell Nephmarax, Rainier, and Zamul to hit it with whatever type of ranged spells that they have or attacks. Because you said Rainier had a bow and arrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just going to tell them, hit it from afar, and I'm going to try and walk and leave the room, get away from it, and clear out to give them better line of sight.
All right, you run. What does everybody else do?
I honestly feel like we should get the fuck out of here.
That's what I've been trying to do, is get people to back out, get away from this thing.
Well, I don't want to back out. I want to keep going forward.
So we have to go to the right.
Yeah, but
I
if it
would-
followed us through the door, it's probably going to keep following us.
I would like.
Oh,
I'm going to go ahead and do this without conversing
Yes.
with anybody.
Okay.
I would like to kind of sneak around behind Granite, open the door, and step through.
All right, you just go ahead and open the door and walk on through. And there's a hallway.
Can I? Here's a question. Can I stand actually in the door jam?
Yep.
And from there, I would like to. I'd like to attack it with an Eldritch Blast.
Sweet Christmas Jesus.
All right. Roll attack. And then everybody roll initiative.
All right. What?
God.
Where did that go? That's a 9.
All right. 9 will hit.
Wow. Awesome.
It's a big old puddle of jelly.
Yeah, I guess it's not doing a whole lot, is it?
Get the jello pudding.
All right.
All right, that's 7 force damage.
Okay. Everybody roll their initiatives. All right. 25, 20.
22.
Ooh,
21.
The only thing I could roll high on is my initiative.
all right. Grim said 22.
Yes, sir.
Abigail 21. Rainier was a natural 20. Plus 3 is 23. So Rainier is 23. 20 to 15.
15.
Oh, 16.
Nephmarax, what are you?
13.
13. You're all going to die.
Remember, I've only got 2 healing slots.
Okay. Rainier goes first.
I'm also gonna forget.
Rainier will
Mhm.
use a bonus action right quick for an intelligence roll. He looks at everybody and says, be careful. It's a great ooze. If you attack it with a non-magical weapon, it will damage your weapons. And then he will use his action to attack the ooze. So he rolls a hit with his arrow. I need my d6. Oh shit. Alright, that's 3. And he does 6 damage to the ooze. Alright, Grim, you're up. You run into the other room. But you heard Rainier shout this from a distance. So, Grim, what would you like to do? You've already shouted for people to take it out ranged. And Rainier has followed up with your information, with the same information.
You know, with all those ranged fists you have, right?
Yeah, so
He's like, I'm not punching that. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
so I will stand I guess next to the door entryway there, not in the way of it, but like right at the corner, and yell back in, keep backing up. That way Zamul, Nephmarax, and Rainier can kill it, and then I will prepare for when Granite and Abigail come in to, if they stop anywhere near me, to kind of like grab and push them to try and get them out of the way an extra, 5 or 10 feet.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, and Rainier is... He's going to back up over there. So it is now Abigail's turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna back up enough that enough distance where I can throw one of my javelins at it. How about that?
Right now you're at a distance where you can throw a javelin at it.
I mean, far enough away that I can still hit it, but I'm far away from it. Does that make sense?
I mean, you're about to either throw your javelin through a group of people, or you can have a clear throw right now, then run.
Well, let's throw it now and then I'll back up. How about that?
All right, throw your javelin.
Okay. And, that is 23.
That'll hit.
Okay. Well, then javelin is a 1d6 plus 5. That is 6 plus 5, 11.
11. All right.
Whew.
You spin your javelin and huck it sidearm as fast as you can. It screams across the room, pierces the ooze where you see it begin. The ooze begins to wobble and shake, and it pins against the door, or the javelin pins against the door, and the ooze just falls and shivers into a puddle, into the ground, and the ooze has been taken out.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Okay.
Whew. Holy shit.
However, your javelin has taken damage from the ooze's acidic nature, and now you have
I figured it would.
You now have a -1 to attack javelin.
Okay. Along with the other javelins I have?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you had 3, you have 2 regular and 1 damaged one.
Yeah. All
How
right.
many did I have? Oh, I have 10 of them.
Holy shit.
So
Just a
hold on,
backpack
no,
full
sorry,
of
sorry, no.
javelins.
Sorry, 5 of them. I have 5 of them. So
Yeah.
I have four normal ones and then one that's -1. Okay.
You might want to just chuck the -1.
I think I'm gonna just chuck the -1.
You toss it into the acid pit and it melts. All right.
Is the ooze gone? Like from the room?
It's a puddle right here now.
Oh, but
It's still there. Okay, and at this point, after a unexpected ooze attack, in which y'all decided to go headlong into it, we are going to go ahead and call the episode here, and we will be back next time
God, I was terrified about that ooze.
with Attacking the Darkness,
yeah.
and we will find out the fate of Floon and what's to come. So we will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Why?
Bye. For the record, if that were a green ooze, I was jumping headfirst into him.